Hey there, welcome back and thanks for joining me. All my supplies and equipment are down in the description box below. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified when more videos come out, hit that notification bell, and likes, comments, and questions are always welcomed. All right, let's get rolling. We're going to make some cards, some 4x9 cards. I'm going to use red pepper. It's a pretty color. And my Blanco, I didn't write that down. There we go. Y'all know how I like these two. And Tim Holtz blowing tool. The reason I can do this is the Tim Holtz Media Mat. So it's got a little measuring grid here. This is great for watercolors, having a little palette there, or just displaying your colors for your alcohol. Make sure they all mush. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Okay, what I'm going to do is use 1 drop of this, 1 drop of this. Let me make sure this one. There we go. Open it very, very little is what I want to do. Just tiny, because I do want 1 drop of each. I think to put any more, it's just going to be too much. Got this ready to go. I am going to do the white first, then this. Now let me show you why there's even a choice there. Now on this paper, this is a glossy photo paper. Do not use the glossy side. It will just sink in. It won't. Use the back side. Now this is Amazon Basics. Glossy photo, it only comes in the 5x7. This is my leftover that I've cut, but it's my Kirkland's. They don't make it anymore. All right. I'm going to do 1 drop. Actually, I may do 2 just to be able to show you. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now this is the white first. Now I keep doing this until it dries. If I get it out enough where I want it, I can do this and kind of back it up just for a second. As long as that edge dries, it's not going anywhere. So, but look at this. With the white first, it blends into the color. Now this is with the color first. Now I put a little bit more white in that, so it's a little lighter, but you can tell it just kind of starts off with the color right off the bat. This is blends in and this starts off. So that's the reason there's kind of a choice in those two. Play with it, see which one you like. All right, so I'm gonna do hopefully 1 and 1. I'm gonna go this way just because that is the easier way for me to blow like this. Now what I'm gonna do, here's your paper from the side view. I'm gonna blow it hard just to kind of get it going. And then this is what I'm gonna do. I don't go this and all these different directions. I'm in line and I'm about this far off the paper. Again, play with it. There are situations where you want to get closer, situations when you want to get farther. But you want to practice being really steady and straight with this, not this. But this does take a little learning curve, just letting you know. Okay, so I'm going to have 1 flower going like this. I'm going to do there. One and 1. That's as far as I want that to go, because I kind of like that. I won't have to make a second petal. So there's 1. Yeah, I like that. I want to do a little bit smaller one here. I'm going to try not to make it go out as much. And then I'm doing this just to get it dried. Nah, it's all right. All right, so we're done with that. Now I'm going to get, I use labels. These are what labels come off of, so it's got that real shiny. And I like to use those. I don't want to put this straight on here because if it dries, I have to scrape it. And I do have this guy. You can also do this with a brush. But I kind of like the uncertainty and surprise that this offers. Ah. All right, so I'm going to do my stem. Well, that's not my long one, but it'll work. Just a script brush, just very thin. I'm going to add some water. I'm going to go like this. That's what I'm going to do. You can drop some in here. I just kind of want some of that a little bit darker. There. And I'm going to get that dry. No, I don't have to because I'm not going on top of it. All right, then we'll take this. Now you can do this two ways. You can either go forward like that or you can pull down. Either one you want to do. I dab it off just to have the right amount. I don't want it too little, but I don't want it globbed like that. Would be too much. There. I'm going to do one that does this. Now see, I wouldn't have done that with a brush, but I do like how it does this way. There. That's all I'm going to do. That is all I'm going to do. Yeah, I like that. I do want to do a little splatter just because yeah, I like that part. I think I'm going to do the red. Now I'm going to try to find an acrylic red that matches that. I don't need a lot, so that is going to be plenty. Oh, here's the one I really like. See, it's about an inch. I like that. I'm going to do this one just because I want it to flop. You can do a bigger brush, something like this. It's going to do well too, but again, play with it, see which one you like. You want it watered down pretty good. Take something now. I've got to decide, do I want it mainly up here? Do I want it all over? I think I'm just going to do it, kind of pop it all over. There, I like that. Okay, there's a card. Let's get that dry. All right. One of the things you need to look at when you're doing cards is get the size of your envelope. Start there. You don't want to make a card and realize you can't find an envelope that matches that size. Start off with your envelope. This one is 4¼ by 9½. So a 4x9 card will fit perfect. Here's my 4x9 card. But to cut it, I need an 8x9. So 9 this way, 8 that way. When I fold it, it's going to be a 4x9. It'll fit perfect in here. Then, so take your envelope, take its measurements, drop down roughly a 1/2 inch, roughly, as long as it'll fit in there. Then I've got to make sure this is going to fit on here. So my card itself, and I have 3 measurements: an envelope measurement, a card measurement, and the picture measurement. This one is 3¼ by 8½, which is going to fit perfect right in there. There's a number of ways you can do this. I use this AGT, I think it is, tape. It's sticky. I can just run it on there. And also you can put this in a machine, but I don't. I just don't. All right, so there's that. Now, I pinch down here and I lift it and turn it. So now there's a little corner that sticks up. I roll it down, turn it, roll it again, turn it, roll it again. Lift it up and tear it. That's what I do on that. Then when I get ready, tear it off. There we go. Make sure nothing's sticking past the edges. Here's my card. Now I'm going to go ahead and open it up because I don't want this flapping and mess me up. But I'm only putting it on this side. If I have to, stand up so you can see down on it. And there you go. Now, you can spray this with Kmart varnish. I will probably take this outside and spray it. You don't have to, but it's a nice little seal that you can put on them. Then you want to stamp it. Now, you can get these a lot of different stamp places. It's a round one, hand painted, made by. Give it a good stamp, and there you go. These are cool because they fit together and ready to travel if you need to. Now, there it is. How much simpler can you get? It's pretty simple, pretty card, and it's ready to go. So I hope this gave you some good ideas, and God bless. Y'all go have fun.